Hey there, folks. It's me, Kevin, again, aka Big K Horror, and it's been a while since I've done a YouTube video. So after hiding, I think I'm gonna come back out and do one. And this time, I'm gonna actually do a review or a showcase at my books on the horror genre. Not all of them, but some of them. So I'm gonna bring you over to those real quick. Okay, and here we go. This is my shelves right here of books on the horror genre. It may not look too much or a lot of them, but to like a big collector. But I mean, it's a plethora of them, and some really damn good ones too. So I'm gonna start right here at let's see, these two, and these are called, and they're big books too, pretty heavy. This is called Art of Darkness, the cinema of Dario Argento, awesome cover, and then another awesome cover book called Profondo Argento, by Alan Jones. And these books are a really good showcase of work of the films of Dario Argento. And I know it's kind of dark with my shadow over this, but if you can see, it's filled rife with synopsises, reviews, and really like in-depth theories on what a lot of the themes and films mean of Dario Argento. And it's just chock full of pictures, and there's a lot of color ones in here too, as you can see right here, with like international posters and stills and behind the scenes shots and stuff like that. Very awesome stuff. And this one too is a lot like the former one. But is made and written by the guy Alan Jones, who's worked on a lot of Argento films with Argento. So it's kind of like an inside look by someone who actually knows the man. And this too is just filled with a lot of the same stuff as the other book I previously mentioned. And it's all around, I mean, really, really great stuff. No joke. So both books I highly suggest, especially if you're a Dario Argento fan, I would definitely get it. It gets my thumbs up. So anyhow, moving on. Another book I want to talk about is this book, The Horror Films of the 1980s. And that is by John Kenneth Muir. Okay? As you can see, it has the cover of not the cover of Lost Boys, but it has the Lost Boys on the cover of this. And it has no pictures or anything, which is fine with me for this type of book, because this type of book is pretty much, well, it does have pictures, actually, of like some publicity stills and stuff, but nothing big. It's pretty much, it's broken down to it doesn't feature every film from the 1980s, but it has very damn close many of them in all the subgenres. So it's not just for one particular genre. It's broken up by the year from 1980 all the way to 1989, and it's done in order of alphabetical order of every film from that year. It's broken down to synopsises, quotes, in-depth looks, and theories about what the film means and such, and sometimes even interviews under the film. But it's a great read, and it's real thick, as you can see. Damn good book. Okay, two I really want to showcase that are awesome, and they're kind of hard to find, but I got a hold of these babies. And if you're a big fan of slasher films, these are a must-own. And they're called Slash Hits. And this is Volume 2, Teens in Trouble. And this is right here, Volume 3. And it's called Mullet Massacre. Anyway, let me showcase these books to you. This book here, it's in full color with many artwork of the covers and even just pictures from the movie. And as you can see, the movies are reviewed by Tits, and the gore quotient is reviewed by Blood Bags, as you can see from the reviews. So, and they're very awesome books. And as you can see, it's just filled with films of the 80s era, and slasher films particularly, as it is called Slash Hits. Very great books, and definitely must-owns. Great reviews too, but they do give a lot of spoilers away, just so you know. Anyway, another good book here is called Shock Horror. Astounding artwork from the Video Nasty era. And it too contains, of course, all the great artwork and synopsises of a lot of the films. But here we go. It's just many pages and pages and pages of all the domestic artwork for a lot of horror films and a lot of unwell-known horror films. Okay, here we go. See that? Okay. That is Shock Horror. Another one, let's see, I want to showcase is Going to Pieces, The Rise and Fall of the Slasher Films. And that is by Adam Rockoff. And there was actually a movie documentary made based on this book. And it goes into much detail about the beginning to the end of the era of slasher films, and even in the period of 90s slasher films due to the success of Scream. And it's broken down into many different the subcategories of slasher films as well. You know, like camp, teenager, party, anniversaries and stuff like that. But it goes into every detail about many of the slasher films, and it's not just the well-known heavy hitters like Halloween and Nightmare on Elm Street, Friday the 13th. It's many of them. It's The Burning, House on Sorority Row, April Fool's Day, Some Party Massacre, When a Stranger Calls, just The Prowler. I mean, just many, many movies. And it has the stories about how they were made and such like that. So it's many intriguing stories behind some of those films. Okay, another book I want to review is The Book of the Dead. And this book is a very badass look at the zombie genre, filled with many photos and many colorful pictures too of that era. And it's, basically broken down into all the different types of zombie films, as well as the ratings on them and the synopsis and their opinions. Good book. See, I'll do two more books and then we'll call it quits. The next one here is called Eaten Alive. And as it says, it isn't the fear that tears you apart, it's them. And it's by Jay Slater. Okay? And it is a very great book and a very great read. I really don't know how to explain it other than the fact that it's a breakdown of all the cannibal films and mostly a lot of the zombie films from that era in the Italian industry. And it is chock full of like almost theses and analysis on each film, especially the Lucio Fulci films. And it too is a very, very great book. A lot of things are mentioned that I wouldn't have thought of or knew about the film, and especially a lot of the in-depth analysis of said film. Okay? So this is a great book right here. And it's too a very good thick novel. Not novel, but book. Anyway, the next book I'm going to do is the Texas Chainsaw Massacre Companion. Now, if you're a fan of this franchise, and I'm not referring to the New Line Cinema films, the remake and the sequel/prequel at the beginning. This is of the original first four. And it is chock full of information from all the close people on every production of each film, the stars and everything, and there's stories of behind the scenes and all the drama that happened from each film, the production woes, the MPAA woes, and just the the nitty gritty on all the actors and the producers and director and everything, as well as a lot of the on-set stuff that you just don't know about from watching the movie. Good damn read right here. So that's it for now. I'm gonna actually be posting another video of the rest of my books because there's more to do. I just wanted to kind of keep this one short and sweet, so to speak. But anyhow, y'all have a good night, YouTubers, and take care. Peace.